one of the most magical times in the history of South Florida sports. And it's the way that these teams are doing it. The Heat are flat out dominating in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Panthers are in a battle against a team that they are so evenly matched with. Every game's going to overtime. And so you got two different things going on, but the excitement level is the same. I'm out of my mind with excitement, as really all of South Florida sports fans are.
It's the two different ways to win, and we're doing it every single night. There's to your point, we are very equal with them. The Panthers and the Hurricanes, they are very similar teams. But you know who's going to win when it matters, and at the end and at that last second, we're going to come out on top because we're tougher than you. And then the Heat are just dragging the Boston Celtics through the mud. They gave up. I would honestly say, am I too excited? Let me know, Hawk. I've never seen a team give up in a Eastern Conference Finals before.
So I don't think they gave up willingly, obviously. The Heat stole their soul, which is, I mean, how often do you see that? Now, you see in sports a great team steal the soul of a much lesser team, right? They go out there, they go, hey, we're going to get it. They find out real quick they're not going to get it, and they've just kind of ejected.
Yeah.
The Celtics were favored last night at the Kaseya Center.
Yep.
The Celtics were favored to win the East. Maybe Milwaukee was at the beginning. They have completely stolen the soul of the Celtics. Magic Johnson never tweets anything of value. Never tweets anything that is any way controversial. Magic Johnson tweets as if he's the Associated Press, right? He just kind of tells you what he sees.
Information.
I have to look it up. Did you see, Solana? Did you see what he tweeted about the Celtics?
It was maybe Magic Johnson's best tweet of all time.
Because he's so shocked at what he's saying, and we all are, obviously. In my 44 years of being associated with the NBA, I never thought I'd see a Boston Celtics team, a franchise with 17 championships, quit. I know Celtics fans all over the world must be disgusted and devastated. The Miami Heat blew them out 128-102 in Game 3. Now, he never, and then he tweeted before that, was it a couple minutes before that? It's time for the Boston Celtics to make major changes. Now, Magic Johnson does not tweet that way. That's how much soul has been stolen from the Boston Celtics in this series. It's evident to everyone. And it's hard to kind of comprehend what you're seeing. But, man, what a testament to Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, Pat Riley, and the list goes on and on. The list goes from there, from Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, and Pat Riley to Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson.
I had to pull up the sheet because I was just going to bring that point up. Jimmy had 16 points. Remember what I'm saying? We can't win if he doesn't drop 30. This is a Jimmy Butler ran team. Bro, he was fifth highest scorer on the team, and we blew a team out?
Blew him out.
That's Spo getting these guys knowing what they do well and putting them in situations, and that's Riley seeing Gabe Vincent, 29. Duncan Robinson, Hawk, I think about you every time.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
22. Bam and Jimmy combined for 29 points, and we blew a team out and almost scored 130 points.
A team, by the way, that's really good.
This is scary. This whole Nuggets thing I'm riding on, I'm pulling back now, and this isn't fandom. This is saying the Heat basketball organization right now is at their prime.
Biggest quarter in the Celtics season. The number 2 overall seed in the NBA, down 2-0 after losing 2 games at home in the Eastern Conference Finals. They did it last year. They're here again. It's a 15-point deficit at half. Not insurmountable. Biggest quarter of their season. Gabe Vincent scored more points in the third quarter than Brown and Tatum combined. Guys, I think Joe Mazzulla just called another timeout.
Take a knee.
I mean, it's crazy. What's Jaylen Brown? There's Jimmy in the background calling a tee. Everybody's calling timeout.
Come on, Al Horford. Don't poke the bear, Al.
Everybody loves to poke the bear.
We're the bear. You know what? The Heat are the bear right now.
The Heat are 18 bears.
They are.
And the Celtics are what I don't even know what the Celtics are. Like one a squirrel. Yeah, one squirrel.
Hey fellas, beep,
Oh my God. So the fun that's being had. So here's what makes it great for me. Not only are the Panthers and the Heat both in the Eastern Conference Finals. By the way, we're live at FLA Live Arena in Sunrise. You got another game on the docket tonight, and we'll get to that. Panthers and Hurricanes tonight. Panthers lead this series 2-0. Not only are the Panthers and the Heat both in the Eastern Conference Finals and seemingly headed to the finals.
Yes.
Okay. The Dolphins are part of it too. This is what makes this so much fun to me. Mike McDaniel is there. Jalen Ramsey was there last night. Christian Wilkins was there last night. It's like this nonstop party for South Florida sports. I got to say this, though. Hey, Mike McDaniel, wear white. You know, he's got the tan hoodie on. You know, I know you're busy. Let's come on. Either you embrace it or you don't embrace it. Let's a white scarf, something. Give us a little something.
Maybe as a stylist or something.
I know, but
nice.
let the stylist know though. Hey, it's got to be white.
Just wear the Heat shirt.
Just wear the Heat shirt.
I might be trying to get some tickets for tomorrow night and actually see the game live.
You're not going to sit in the club?
Can we all just forget that whole situation?
No.
It's really one of my favorite sports stories of all time. Because you know how people always claim that they were at a big game and they weren't really there, and you kind of know that they didn't see it? Crowder actually can claim to be at a very big game, but he really didn't see it because he was in the club the entire time.
There's beautiful TVs, HD.
But
right
you
there
weren't, I see.
I didn't
what
actually
saying.
look at Jimmy Butler's forehead in person. I wish I saw a sweat bead.
Man, I mean, we have so much to get to. So we'll celebrate the Heat. We'll get ready for Panthers game 3 tonight here in Sunrise. And I just want to, before Solana gets to the headlines here, I just want to say something that I saw on Twitter. A lot of people sent it to me. Duncan Robinson has now passed LeBron James to become the Miami Heat's all-time leader in playoff three-pointers made. Duncan Robinson. I had my mantra, play DR.
Yeah.
He will shoot himself out of it. That dude has somehow developed an inside game. This is the craziest twist.
He's driving.
Like you see the movie The Departed, and you go, I didn't see that coming. Right? You see Interstellar, and you go, I had no idea this was going to take place behind a bookshelf. I thought this was outer space, and it's behind a bookshelf. If anyone saw Duncan Robinson becoming a guy who drives to the bucket, there was a play in the first half last night. He was about to yam on someone. I don't know who was defending him, and he just got off a touch late and it turned into a layup. Duncan Robinson is playing out of his mind. And credit to Spo for not being stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
But Duncan Robinson, the Miami Heat's all-time leader in playoff three-pointers made, he's got 124. LeBron has 123. Mario Chalmers, 117. Wade, 97. And Tim Hardaway, 80. That is not bad company to be in.
And I know Ray Allen was here for a short little cup of coffee, but we've had some shooters on this team.
I mean, you're talking about, think of all the things. Is there a place on this roster, Solana, that the Miami Heat are not performing at maximum output?
They are the better front court right now. And Kevin Love, by the way, we have an update on his injury. I'll get to it. They have the better front court. Robert Williams was this supposed Bam stopper, and Missoula had to go back to Derek White in the starting lineup. They had this supposed better backcourt as well with Jaylen Brown in the starting lineup, and he has been punked this series by Gabe Vincent and Jimmy Butler and Max Strus. Their backcourt off the bench with Crowder's boy, Malcolm Brogdon, was supposed to be better, who's making a stupid amount of money. He's been a non-factor in this series. Kyle Lowry Caleb Martin have outplayed the Celtics bench. There is not a single spot where the Celtics are outperforming the Miami Heat through 3 games. Not a single spot.
Y'all remember I was talking about Malcolm Brogdon as a regular season guy. Don't y'all remember that?
You know what the weird thing is, though? Because you talk about, Bam stopper and whatever. You know what the weird thing is? Think about the Atlanta game. Clint Capella stopped Bam.
Yes.
Like, what are we watching? Duncan Robinson was a turnstile on defense. The thought of Duncan Robinson driving to the bucket for basket after basket, you'd have been laughed off the radio. I mean, the notion of Kevin Love played, and again, he went out early yesterday, but Kevin Love played himself out of the starting 5. Right? Kyle Lowry, we were talking about maybe there's a buyout there to get rid of it. I mean, all these guys, every single person who was a question mark is playing at their maximum output. It is staggering to watch. I don't know what to attribute it to. I don't know if it's as easy as saying, hey, they all waited for when they needed to do it. I don't know if it's easy as to attribute it to Spo. Like, I don't know. But every single person, because the questions about Bam were legit.
Yes.
The questions about Kyle Lowry were legit. The writing off of Duncan Robinson was legit. The thought of, well, you got rid of PJ Tucker and Caleb Martin's been okay, but maybe you could have used PJ Tucker. Like, all that was legit. And now it seems like the most perfectly constructed roster, perhaps since the 72-win Chicago Bulls.
I was at a barbecue yesterday, and there was a guy, my wife's friend, long story short, met a guy from Texas, and now they moved into, they live together, and they're in love. But he doesn't know the Heat. He just moved down here. And he was like, only people I knew when I moved, I'm talking about this is 3 weeks ago, Hawk. He said, I knew Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry, the only names I knew. And we're watching the game together, and he's asking me questions about these guys like they're high schoolers. He's like, who the hell is this Gabe guy? What school did he go to? He's asking me questions, and I honestly didn't know what colleges a lot of these guys went to until the Duncan conversation, because the same thing I told him. He was like, boy, this white boy can ball. I think Jimmy said something to Duncan. Duncan being around a guy like Jimmy gives confidence to guys with something that we've seen for years, Hawk. Duncan would never drive.
Correct.
He would never get off that three-point line. Something about having Jimmy Butler, and if Jimmy looks at you and say, Duncan, they're all over you. Go on and take a dribble, man. Go on and see what happens at the rim.
Like, trust me, nothing's going to happen to you. I'm not going to allow Duncan slander in the media. I'm not going to allow Duncan slander in the paint. Trust me. It's like the confidence Crowder gives me if we're out somewhere. He's like, you do you, man. Trust me.
Ain't nobody fooling with
you. No one's fooling with you. You know?
Yes, and I really feel that way about Duncan and all these guys. To have an all-star, and I'll say it, I don't think LeBron puts that in people. Those what they call ancillary dudes. But I think Jimmy's path, we've talked about all last week, Jimmy's path, what he came from, the turmoil he's been with all the prior teams, and he's arguing with people, where he's more of a guy to tell guys, oh, this is a short-lived career. Go play ball. Leave all this crap on the court. And he's continually tell the media with no shirt on and his little peasy hairs.
I love that.
If you're going to do no shirt, Hawk, you got to shave the chest.
I love that. He's like,
but,
ding, ding, ding.
but I really do think, tell him, bro, what do we have to lose? We have been an underdog from the second the playoffs started. Why play tight? Why worry about what they say about us? Everybody expected us to be knocked out in 4 games in the first round.
Maybe not even make the first round.
We were supposed to lose in the play-in. Play ball.
Go backwards, by the way. We lost to Atlanta, and we're 3 minutes away from losing to the Bulls. Like, that's how improbable this entire thing is, because, again, they're not eking past teams anymore. They eked past Chicago.
Yeah.
And now they have handled some of the NBA's best, but it's really staggering to watch how you could go from that to this. I don't care how it happened. If you can bottle it, though, and Spo pretty much can, because that's why he's still doing what he's doing. I mean, he is coaching circles around Missoula. I almost feel bad for Missoula.
Missoula's eyes are going further and further back in his head.
It is.
Missoula's about to be blind.
It's crazy.
He will not be able to see if they go to 6.
When they do a sideline interview with him, the reporter, Ellie LaForce, going to have to stand behind them to make eye contact.
This man hasn't slept in months.
Hey, Solana, how about we take a break here and then we'll do headlines in the next segment? Is that all right?
You could do whatever you want today, baby. I'm
today
feeling
doesn't matter, does it?
We rolling.
Doesn't matter today. We're doing whatever we want. I defy anyone to stop us now.
Come on, man.
I defy anyone to stop us now.
Actually, Hawk, hold on a second. I think Missoula just called another timeout.
We know what's happening after this timeout ends. About to weigh y'all ass out again.